Thinking about upgrading your home? Hello, I'm Philip Pantana. Whether you want a modern kitchen, a stunning bathroom, a sturdy deck, or even a brand new addition, our company, Perimeter Remodeling and Restoration, can make it happen. From quick interior repairs to full-scale renovations, homeowners trust us for expert craftsmanship and excellent service, always delivered with the care you deserve. Schedule your free consultation now at perimeterva.com. Call or text 434-515-2868.
Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM, you're listening to Talk Local to Me, brought to you by the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Talk Local to Me. I'm Heather Alto with the Central Virginia Business Coalition.
And I'm Mike Norfield with Visiting Angels of Lynchburg, America's Choice in Home Care.
And I am happy to be here because I had a bear run out in front of me in the road on the way here, and I wasn't a fan.
Did you barely miss it?
I did. No, literally, I did barely miss him. But then I stopped and just watched him walk across the road, and Riley was like, "Can you hurry up, please? Because I don't want to have a bear attack." And I was like, "I don't think he's not worried about us. He's just trying to get to the other side of the road."
Yeah.
And yeah. But
following the chicken?
It's the first time, yes. Or Butch Jefferson. Have you seen that video yet?
Was it about the realtor?
The realtor one where he walked across the road
paused up,
looking
but
like a chicken?
I didn't get to
He
listen
literally walks across the road doing a chicken walk across 221.
Nice.
Got to watch it.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah, so bear across the road this morning. That was my
Sounds
fun.
like a grisly situation.
Fun for the day. It was.
Yeah.
It was. Well, I guess it could have been grislier, but
yeah.
It wasn't too bad. But it was cool. I've seen I've seen bears before, but I don't know if I've seen one that close.
Yeah, we used to have a bear in our neighborhood.
I remember that because you caught him on the Ring camera or something.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm excited for today. We have one guest that's coming in on the show with us, and we're going to be chatting about, all types of things as far as visual branding and social media and SEO and all of that with Kelly.
All those things that are like the bare necessities of business.
I love
I'm going to do it all show.
This is great. This is great. I like it. I want to see how many you can come up with.
I've been up since 5 a.m., so let's go.
See how many you can come up with. So you mean you're barely awake?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
It's a jungle out there.
But then so last week I talked about how it's July, and instead of thinking about the heat, we were talking about Christmas. So Christmas in July. And the second half of the show, I'm going to talk a little bit more about Christmas. We're going to chat about the parades. We're going to talk about shopping local right now. Prime Day is happening. So instead of going on Amazon and spending all your dollars there.
Yeah, don't let your local businesses hibernate. Keep them in business.
Where can you go today and shop local and support and do a Christmas in July theme?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep it cool and talk about that the second half of the show. So
sounds cool.
I'm excited for it. Well, first off, let's chat with our first guest. We have Kelly Wood here with Media Mosaic. Welcome to Talk Local to Me.
Hello. Thank you.
And before we get into everything you do, it's vacation time. You're doing something pretty cool right now. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing this summer, because I think it's super cool, and I think more people should do this. And I want to channel my inner, I don't even know what it is. My inner hiking or camping or nature side, and be more like Kelly.
Nature Heather.
Yes.
Coming soon.
You don't catch Heather in the wild very often. So.
Right.
But the wild caught you today.
It did.
Well, I've always been an outdoorsy person, and I grew up camping and hiking and fishing and all those things. And I love to travel. I want to see the world. I want to see more of the United States. And my former career, I did travel a lot to different cities and whatnot, but I didn't always get to see the things.
Right.
And so now I want to do more traveling. And the business that I am growing and that I've set up will allow me to do that eventually, because I can do it remotely, which is wonderful. But right now, while I'm growing my business, and I've got a lot going on personally, personally, I thought I can do things locally. So I've
Yeah.
challenged myself to visit all 43 Virginia state parks. And in order to count, I have to either hike in them or stay overnight and camp.
Okay.
So I've been enjoying that. Some I've been to through the years with my kids and with friends and whatnot, but I'm going back to those because I didn't get a sticker. So now I'm collecting the stickers too.
Very
So
cool.
I'll have one from every park that I visit.
I think that is so awesome. I don't foresee me ever doing that, but I think it's really cool. I haven't been to very many state parks. I've been to, of course, ours here, and I think is it Bull Run? Is Bull Run one of the state parks?
It's not.
I've camped there.
Yeah, I don't think it's a state park. I
Well-
don't know, have them all memorized, but
Well, even if it's not a state park, I highly recommend camping there. It's really cool, and it has a water park there, so my kids love it. It has this huge water park. It's really cool. If you've never been to a Bull Run campground,
I've never been.
you should. It's up near DC, and it's really nice. Like the cabins are nice, but so are the campsites. And like I said, it's got this huge water park next door to it, so keeps the kids happy.
that's one of the interesting things about the state parks is they're all different,
Yeah.
and they meet different needs for different families, different individuals. Two of them I went to this past weekend aren't really parks in the traditional, what you think about, camping and fishing and hiking. One was simply an overlook of a huge waterfall. It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
But it was just a roadside stop and then move on. And another one was it was a park, but it wasn't a campground and all the extra added things and whatnot.
Right.
But it was beautiful as well, very peaceful.
Well, I'll throw a quick plug in there too for one of our members, Holiday Lake State Park in Appomattox. I know you've been there.
I spent 4th of July there.
Oh, very
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so I got to go out there after they joined and got a tour of the park, and it's really nice. I'm looking forward to being able. We have a small Shasta camper that
cool.
my husband got that from his grandfather a couple of years ago. We've been kind of renovating it because it's been it's older, and so we have talked about taking a small camping trip this year just to kind of test it out and see how we've done in the renovations and stuff. But we don't want to pull it too far on our first trip, so
Right.
we're kind of thinking we're going to go to Holiday Lake. So
Yeah,
I
that's
think it'll be
that's
cool.
a perfect place. And
Yeah.
nice. It's close. If something happens or things don't go well or something breaks,
Or if there's a bear on,
close. Yeah.
I could
Right.
pack up and leave.
There are signs that
I'm
say
sure.
be bear aware.
Yeah.
But I also talked to a ranger there at Holiday Lake State Park, and she said they have not had a problem with bears, but they're around.
Okay.
But just make enough noise, they'll leave you alone.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, bear.
Banging on pots and pans.
Right.
So anyway, all right. Well, let's get to the meat of why you're here and chat about your business. So tell us a little bit about Media Mosaic and how you got started.
All right. Media Mosaic is my social media management company, and I do several things. Social media management is the heart of it, where I can go in and run a business's social media for them after their business scales to the point where they just can't keep up with everything, and usually social media gets dropped. And right now, social media is an important aspect of having a business.
It is.
People legitimize you by going to your social pages to see what your presence is. It kind of makes you an expert. If if they can trust what you post and it shows the real you, then they're more likely to do business with you. And so I offer full out social media management in several different tiers. And then I also do social media coaching for really small businesses, startups who can't afford to hire it out, but they need some help learning how to do it, because it's not as simple as just throwing something out there each day. You need to have a plan, a strategy to help grow the business, grow your audience, and to start getting more business from your social media.
Yeah.
And then I also offer, and this is why I called it Media Mosaic, because it's not just one thing. I also offer a 15-point website health checkup just to make sure you're hitting all the SEO marks and everything's doing well and updated. And things change, sometimes monthly, weekly. And what worked last month or last year isn't working. So you need to keep that updated. So I do that as well. And several other things. I help write newsletters and design those. I design content graphics for people if they want those, that they're just not skilled at that or don't know how to use any of the programs that are out there. I can do that for them. And then whatever is created is theirs forever. And so, and I've got other ideas coming down the pike, but I want to focus on those for right now.
Okay. That's a lot of things.
That is.
It's a lot of things. A lot of things that I cannot do.
Right.
I am not good at any of those things. So I think you're right. Social media is extremely important right now. I think more so than ever, social media tends to be continuing to always evolving and changing. And if you're not good at it, again, myself, it can be really hard to keep up with and trying to figure out the best way to connect.
It's a lot to try and find what to post about, it's relevant to your business. So I see, quite a few businesses that post either like as the individual and they're like, hey, look at my kids. And it's like, well, that's not your business, or, things like that. It's really hard to find content that is specific to what you do. Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And your point about the personal stuff, personal things are fine occasionally.
Right.
People want to know you're human and see some of those things. But a lot of small businesses start out by just advertising that they started a business on their personal page.
Right.
And then they get to a point where they realize they need to separate, but they already have it on their personal page.
Right.
And so it's really important to start a business page right away and have that separate from your individual personal page.
And that gives you the ability to have reviews and things like that, which are important too, because it's kind of like the new yellow pages, right?
Yep.
If I'm going to use a business, I'll look at the reviews and both on Google and Facebook and, anywhere else I can find them. Does anybody actually use Yelp? But, looking at those reviews and getting other people's take on how the business operates is important to me.
Very important. Yeah.
Well, and I like what you said at the very beginning when you were talking about the website, and you were saying like a website that's kind of yours, like it's relatable to you, not just like a cookie cutter. You've gone up there with is it Wix? I don't know. I mean, I guess you can use Wix, but some people like just go up there and have a template. And then they just plug stuff in, and half the time you're using other people's, graphics, and you can tell, tell whether it's something, when you're looking up a business and kind of like with what Mike said, you're wanting to look at like the accountability or whether this person is, somebody you can relate to.
Right.
Having a good website that really focuses on your business and people can see like, oh, that is really a picture of, his work. And it's not just something he got off, of an images page, got off Pinterest or wherever you went and found a picture at and threw it up there.
Yep.
My kids used to make fun of me years ago because I bought this picture frame. And there's this picture frame and it said, I got it. It had my brother's name on it. And this was after my brother passed away because I'd thought about putting his picture in it. And to this day, I still haven't, but it was sitting up on, like literally sitting on our mantle, and it said Derek, but it was a picture of this random guy. And so it actually started to be they started joking with me about it. We didn't take it down for the longest time because they were like, oh, look, Derek's here, but it's like not him. And it just became this funny, like, oh, it's just a random picture of just this random person. And I feel like you get that a lot of times when you go on websites. It's not really
right.
the person you're looking at or the business. It's just this random person you picked up because you were too lazy to change it.
Right.
Or you didn't know how.
And sometimes, though, you need to start with those.
In my case, it was the lazy.
Stock photos until you have enough that you can add some of your own. But yes, if you can make it personal and but yet remain professional, it always helps and does make it seem more real and believable.
Yeah. Hold on, I was drinking a sip of water there. Had a little pause. But yeah, no, I agree. Now, with there being so many forms of social media, how do you keep up with all of it? Like, how does that, I mean, because for me, my head explodes.
Well, to be honest, I don't deal with very many because when you really get down to the statistics, Facebook is still king as far as in general.
Gotcha.
When you're running a business, you want people to hire you. Well, in order for people to hire you, especially if you're in service industries and whatnot, you need people who have the money to hire you. So Facebook's demographic is still about 44 to 65. Okay. And those are the people who are going to be able to hire you. And those are the people who have that social media. So they're watching Facebook. They're scrolling through Facebook and looking there. Now, Instagram has a younger demographic. And so if your business is targeting that demographic, then by all means use Instagram. Facebook and Instagram are connected through Meta, so it's easy to use both of those platforms together. The other platform that depending on your business, and this is the one I was pushing today with a client that I just met with. She's building a business, and it's more of a consulting, educational type business where she deals with other businesses. They hire her to talk to their employees and whatnot. So what's going to be important for her is also LinkedIn, which is more B2B, business to business, instead of business to customer. So those are what we're going to focus on: Facebook and on LinkedIn for her. But then we also thought, because of the type of business she does, we're going to create a private Facebook group where she can go in and ask questions and get a conversation going and have specific topics for her past students or people who have questions, and maybe after she can talk with them through a private group and they can see her expertise, then they may hire her to come talk to their business and their employees and whatnot. So that's what we're focusing on there. Now, if you run a business that, lends itself to quick little TikTok type things, and that's, even a younger group, then by all means, that will work. Podcasts. What we're doing now, podcasts are huge, very popular. And if what you do is more informational, then doing a podcast would be an excellent idea as well. And then you can transfer those podcasts to YouTube and create a YouTube channel as well. So other than those, I don't really go with much more than that, because for business, those are the main things.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you highlighted the main ones.
And for LinkedIn, you also want to make sure that you have a business page for that as well, because your personal page is not necessarily where it needs to be. However, LinkedIn has a cool feature where you can share your business posts on your personal one as well. In fact, every time I post to our LinkedIn, it gives me the option. Do you want to post this as Mike Norfield as well? I'm like, yes, I want to share this as, so it drives people that you may have a network connection with. It drives them to your page, right? So, because a lot of people, like we said earlier, like if clients can't find you if they don't see you, right? So sharing on your personal there, it kind of gives the, and same thing with Facebook really, lets them see like, oh, he, there's this business out there that I didn't know existed that he just posted about. Let me go check that out, right? But having them separated is important. Right. So I just came back from 2 weeks ago. I was at Busy Angels conference in Boston, and there were some of the seminars are really good, and the presentations are really good. And it's like, oh, this is really engaging. This really helps me. And then some, it's like, okay, we do this really well. And you just kind of check out, right? One of the things they were talking about was they have something called a best practices competition, and they had somebody who used Nextdoor because for our business, we're trying to reach people in their homes and things like that. And Nextdoor has a pretty good senior population on it as well. And so they were like, oh yeah, post to Nextdoor. I couldn't tell you the last time I logged into Nextdoor, right? I don't even know what my password is. Let's be honest. So,
I don't even know if I have a
I've never been involved with it.
I don't know.
It's interesting. So when it first came out, I was on it and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then it's like, oh, this is just, it's different.
It's kind of like a lineable. I'm just saying, like, it's just like it's one of those random ones that, I'm trying to get more. Some people are like, oh, I see you on a lineable. And I'm like, I'm hardly ever on a lineable. Like, what?
I got
I don't even know what that
your
is.
acceptance today. You accepted my my request for Alignable, and I haven't been on it since I probably sent that months ago.
Weird thing is like I got on there and like it was just like, do you want? And I didn't even pay attention. I think it connected with like 200 people, and I had like this random phone call this morning from a bank, I guess, that I had a contact, and they were like, we just wanted to make sure this was really you, and I was like, okay, yeah, it is. Like that's weird, but okay. So anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your Nextdoor.
You're fine.
Account.
So, but also the important thing is no matter what social networks you're posting on is consistency across all the platforms, right? Mm-hmm. So, I have a program through Visiting Angels that they give us. I joke that it's complimentary because nothing is free, and it's called Amplify, I think, and it lets us post to Facebook and LinkedIn at the same time for the business pages. So that's nice because you can schedule posts in there and you can do it in one place, send it to both places. I was really good at doing that, but again, it's low priority, right? So it usually falls behind. But consistency is key too, and keeping your message the same.
Right. Having that strategy is huge. And most people don't. It's just, they just put up whatever. It's like, oh, I'm going to talk about this today. Or, oh, here's a cute picture. Oh, I don't know what to post today. Let's just skip it.
Yeah. Let's do like a cartoon or something, right? Like something funny. So,
I always have the best of intentions. And then something happens. And I'm like, oh, crap. And that's the end of the day. And I'm like, well, it's too late to post. I'm not going to post. I'll just do it tomorrow. And then snowball effect.
The key for me was like, being able to post things from my phone to both business and personal. So it's nice to be able to have that option. And I know in the Meta app, like I can schedule things and stuff like that. I still struggle because like we had our Waffle Wednesday this morning. I was at the office at 6:00 this morning getting ready because I did not get ready yesterday. So up bright and early at the office and getting ready to make waffles and all that, and realized like I didn't post this out anywhere. So posted it to social media this morning. Right. So I make it's a monthly event that we do in the office. It's just kind of like for support and networking and, just to have a little bit of fun and not be too serious. Right. So I have a little waffle character and I changed the poster to theme each month and realized like I hadn't pushed that out anywhere. So pushed it out this morning and had 3 people came because they were like, I woke up this morning and saw your post and one of them drove from Roanoke and just for waffles. Yep. So
if I hadn't had a meeting this morning already, I would have.
Yeah, that's what you say every month.
I know, but I always have a meeting.
I know. Well, block off Wednesdays. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Second Wednesday of every month.
Okay.
So, but like I wasn't even sure that like I hadn't made a lot of waffle mix this morning because I was like, I'm not gonna have to make that many waffles. Like it's just gonna be office staff eating waffles, which is a great thing about having an event like that. Like if nothing else, we get a hot breakfast. But I had like 6-8 people show up this morning, so which is good.
Great.
So, but 3 of them came just because they saw that post this morning. So, sometimes scheduling is good and getting the message out early, but also being timely with it. And
yes, timing is important.
Amplify irritates me because it's like, oh, you posted this at this time, which is like the recommended time to send it out, right? Because LinkedIn will tell you, oh, this is a good time to send, not all that. And then Amplify is like, oh, you're missing out on impressions because you didn't post this at the right time. And I'm like, it's doing all right. So, making sure that, putting a post out once sometimes isn't enough, especially for an event, right? Because you want to push it out like, hey, you want to tell people like 2 months in advance so they can plan for it, a month in advance so that they can remember like, oh yeah, that's coming up. And then a couple of days before the event so that it doesn't get missed.
Exactly.
So it's important to keep that presence of mind and sometimes posting the same thing is good, but don't post the same thing every time.
Right.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
Put a slightly different picture, a slightly different comment, font, whatever, and just something that's going to draw their attention.
Right.
So they don't scroll through thinking, oh, I saw that last week.
Right.
Oh, I saw that before. You want it to be similar, but not exactly the same.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and I know we were, talking about like storytelling. It's like you're basically storytelling for your business. So how does that, like, how do you help a business go in there and like be able to tell their story through, social media? Or like
one of the things I find working with small business owners specifically, they want to, and this is good, they want to come off as professional. This is business. I want to be professional. I want people to think I know what I'm doing. I know my stuff, and that's important. But social media is meant to be social. It's not meant to be a billboard that just
Right.
says, here I am, this is what I do, hire me. So you want to tell stories and give reasons why you do what you do, why what you do can help them. You want to hit their pain points. You want to hit, your expertise, but sometimes even some of your background. What led you to this? And storytelling doesn't have to be a full-blown story. It can start with something as simple as, yesterday, you might have seen this, started off the day great. I had a meeting with a client. I got my oil changed and they overcharged me. And I corrected that. They gave me the credit back and whatnot. I'm like, no problem, no big deal, keep going. I go to run my car through the car wash. Simple task, correct? Well, halfway through it, the air or the brushes start going past, and all of a sudden I felt a splash on my arm, and in the middle of the car, not even my arm next to the window. And I was like, well, that was weird. And I looked around and didn't see anything. And then I realized my back window was open. And so I shut it, of course, and quickly, and it's all good because it ended well. But I thought, I could have let that turn into a bad day. And so I just threw something up on Facebook and Instagram and said, this is what happened to me. How's your day going?
Yeah.
And, trying to get a conversation. I got several people. One is that happened to me yesterday. And I said, no way, that's crazy. And we talked about it, but it's like, yeah, don't let it ruin your day.
Well, I think that's cool too, because you see on social media, people seem to post the good things a lot of the times. It's a lot of like, oh, look how great we are. We did this great and this is awesome and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Instead of posting like, I had a bad day today. Like today was not a good day. Today, did not go well. This happened. And sometimes I feel like it's almost better to tell your troubles sometimes, because people then they're relating to you instead of it being like, oh my gosh, she's just always got everything going for her. She's amazing.
Right.
She must never have any problems and, all this stuff. And I feel like I see people who do that sometimes, and honestly, I scroll past their posts and don't even read them anymore, because I'm just like, I don't want to hear how perfect your life is today.
Right. Everybody posts pictures on vacation. Nobody posts pictures when they have to work over because they made a mistake.
Right. Like,
Right.
I'm glad your life is perfect. Mine is not. Let me go over here to the disaster zone and see what's happening and who I can relate to today. So I just think like sometimes you got to look at it from those angles too.
And that's one way to tell a story. And then the other stories too are finding a pain point that you can solve. And so, has this ever happened to you? And, well, this is how we can help solve it. And I'd love to help you, give me a call or drop a DM, and we'll get in touch. And so, they don't have to be long, drawn out things.
Right.
Because you lose people. You need to have scrollability and scannability. You need to get to your point quickly, and then cover how you can help, and then how people can reach you and get in contact with you.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, for someone who is looking to reach out, do you base like your, I guess you base the pricing on what they're looking for, how many hours a week they need you to like post or do things. So it's probably tailored to the business, correct?
Yes, I have prices. I actually list my tiered prices and specific business offers on my website so people can see.
Okay.
I cannot stand to try to go hire somebody or find, and there, you can't find prices anywhere.
Right.
So I said, I am not going to do that. But that doesn't mean that I won't do custom things too. And recently, a client I just signed with, we did a custom thing for this person because she needed social media, but yet we were going to tweak a couple things and do things slightly different. So I figured in the amount of time that would take me to do it and this and that. And we came up with a price we both agreed upon. And so yeah, there's, you can put a price on some things, but you also have to kind of see what that particular business is going to need, what their priorities are, and how you're going to be able to come in and take care of that.
Okay. So for anyone who's listening that would like to chat with you more about how Media Mosaic can help their business, what's the best way for them to reach you?
They can go to my website and reach me through contact there, and that is Media Mosaic LLC, all one word, no spaces.com. And they can also text me. It's best to text me, not call me. I don't always get voicemail messages with this phone. It's crazy. But my phone number is 434-221-1692, and text me and I will get back with you pretty quickly.
Awesome.
And we can set something up.
Okay.
Sounds
Very
good.
cool.
So we ask every guest that comes on the podcast 2 questions. One is, how long have you been part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition?
About a year.
Okay.
I was trying to think. I knew you were going to ask, so
Right.
I really don't remember the date. But I had also been involved with this organization through a nonprofit that I was working with as well. So I feel like it's been longer, but I don't think it's been quite a year.
I feel like it's going close to a year, if not right at, because you joined right around the time we started working in Appomattox more heavily, I think, I believe. So yeah, I want to say it's around a year.
Okay, awesome. And what do you think is the best part or the best benefit of being part of the Central Virginia Business Coalition?
Well, like 99% of the people say it is the networking. You know, I was starting a business and I needed contacts. I needed to meet people. I needed them to meet me, and put a face to the name, and start making contacts. And it's been huge.
It's not a year yet. It'll be a year in October, because you came to the October coffee talk at the hotel. The one we were at with Brian at no. Well, yes, but you also came to the one at the True by Hilton.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
was the
when
first
you
one.
joined right after that, and that was in October. See, I just had to get my mind. I just had to get my.
Right.
I'm pretty good at stuff like that. It just took me a minute. I was sitting over here pondering as you were talking about the networking. Actually, that's what triggered it, because I was like, it was networking. We met, and where were we? That's where it was. Okay.
That's the first one.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I didn't get to the Appomattox one for a while, but then I've been trying to come to that one consistently, and I had a meeting out of that last week.
Very cool.
A gal up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. So I have an interesting story. So you remember we did that disc golf tournament with a health fair?
Yeah.
And how we were like, yeah, we're not doing any more health fairs. This is like, nobody came out. It was just the disc golf people.
Yeah.
So that was about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I got somebody that called us for care the other day, and they were like, we met your people at a table. They were great. And, seemed like a really great organization. So we wanted to reach out to you for care for our family. And I'm like, we haven't done an event where we had a table set up since like October last year. Right. Mm-hmm. So I'm tracing back. And so I looked up the person to see who it was. They were another vendor at that event.
Oh,
so from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So being able to, we talk about, impressions and getting the number of counts on your social media, things like that. But it's also important to get that impression to where 3 years later, they still think of you and remember you. So, but I just thought that was a cool story. I was like, where did this person see us have a table set up? We haven't had a table set up. And like, I don't even know where the stuff is that we used for that. But anyway.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. So.
Yeah, that kind of goes to show too, just, you talk about, people that market and they say, they run something for like a month and they're like, oh, I didn't get anything out of it, I'm just going to stop.
Right.
And that kind of goes along with even like a CVABC membership. Oh, I did it for 12 months. I got nothing out of it, so I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, I signed the paper, I wrote the check, and then I didn't show up to anything. And why didn't it work?
I mean, you've got to work it, but too, you got to also understand sometimes people aren't there yet. Like, that's not what they're looking for yet, but they're going to need it eventually. And the more that your name is out there, the more people see it, the more, like, in your case, the more off that they're going to come to you because they had that interaction, with you or with something you've done, or, maybe they've seen your billboard. Well, I may not need that right now, but heck, 2 years from now, I might.
The first
that's what I thought.
7 or 8 years that we advertised, it was all branding. We used to run the same ad in a couple magazines, and we would switch them up now and again, similar but different, right? But I purposely was like, I'm just going to run the same ad for 3 months. It was because I was lazy and couldn't get another ad done, but, and things like that. But that consistency is key. And, you just never know, you want to have that, you want people to know who you are, know what you do, and things like that. So you never know how long it's going to take to get somebody's attention. And they say whatever you do for the next 6 months, whatever you do now, you'll see in 6 months, and what you don't do now, you'll see in 6 months, right? Nothing is overnight. You can't start doing SEO and then boom, you're at the top of the Google search or anything like that, right? But it takes about 6 months for it to go either way. So if you stop doing something, it takes about 6 months to see the benefit or the loss of not doing it.
Yep.
And if you're doing something and being proactive, it takes about 6 months to see it. So there is no overnight success unless you're a TikTok star.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like Selah.
Yeah, I actually wrote about that in one of my LinkedIn posts.
Oh, look at that.
Overnight success is not usually overnight. It takes sometimes years.
Mm-hmm.
And but the more you can network and get out there and meet people, billboards are great. And branding is huge. You mentioned branding.
Yeah.
You really need to stick with your branding and pick colors and designs that grab the eye. And jingle.
I wish Woody was in here right now because he'd be singing the Visiting Angels jingle.
I'll need a jingle.
Mm-hmm.
We need a CVABC jingle.
It's the bare necessity.
That's right. Exactly. I'll finish that whole song. No, I'm just kidding. Well, we are going to cut to a quick commercial, and then we're going to be back. And Woody is actually going to join us, and we're going to chat about some opportunities coming up in the second half of the year and Christmas and all the
Dr. Woody Watts.
things. Today's podcast is brought to you by Omega Disaster Restoration, located in Campbell County, Virginia. Omega specializes in water, fire, and smoke damage restoration, as well as mold remediation. Their region includes Central and Southwest Virginia, which spans a vast service area from Blacksburg to Charlottesville and Stanton to Danville.
In addition to disaster restoration and full-service reconstruction and remodeling, Omega is proud to offer custom all-wood cabinets through their Hanover Woodworking Studio, custom countertops via their Top Solution Studio, and dumpster services through Old Dominion Dumpsters, all part of the Omega family of brands. A beautiful showroom is currently under construction at their Exchange Drive location and will be soon open to the public, showcasing their diverse offerings.
Customers can call 434-616-4659 for emergency assistance with water, fire, smoke damage, or mold remediation needs. Omega provides 24/7 emergency response, ensuring that help is always available. Locally owned and not a franchise, Omega is your first and last call in any emergency, restoring your home or business from beginning to end. For more information about Omega Disaster Restoration and their comprehensive services, please visit omegadisasterrestoration.com/VA/Lynchburg.
One thing protects it all, your roof. And when you've got a new one, you're set for decades. I'm Andrew Lee. Our company, Perimeter Roofing and Exteriors, is trusted by homeowners and businesses for all roofing and exterior projects. Shingles, metal, slate, gutters, windows, siding, decks, and more. Perimeter Roofing and Exteriors is your go-to for all protection and efficiency. Get your free no-hassle inspection today. Call or text 434-515-2868. Perimeter Roofing and Exteriors, protecting from the top down.
Okay, we're back. And I know a lot of people don't want to think about Christmas right now in July.
What you do? We just said what you do in 6 months, you'll see. I mean, what you do now, you'll see in 6 months.
Well, that's true.
Let's start getting ready for Christmas.
Personally,
I'm going to go home and start decorating now.
That is the one thing I do not do is decorate before. I do not decorate until after Thanksgiving. That's my hardcore. I can't do it. Like I give Thanksgiving its time, but I will like celebrate Christmas, if that makes sense. Like I'll listen to music. I'm going to do like the Disney thing at Christmas. I'm doing some things, but I don't decorate my house. Although technically, I think I still have some snowmen up. I gotta take them down.
Well, July is the deadline to take them down.
I'm really not good.
You're only a few weeks
I'll
behind.
leave it up for Christmas. But like I've been watching like Hallmark because Christmas in July is already happening on Hallmark.
Gosh.
Oh my God, my husband hates it so much. He walked in, he was like, turn the channel. I'm like, no, it's Hallmark Christmas.
Sheena and I were talking about Christmas parade ideas the other week because I mean we had this planned out months ago, but like we were still talking about it anyway. And I was like, we should just do like a Hallmark Christmas is the theme, right?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Like every float has to have a red pickup truck. They have to have a high-powered lawyer that's gone back to their small town to rescue the family business. There has to be a dog.
Store.
Oh, there has to be.
It has to be like a hardware store or something, but it's like the heartbeat of the town kind of thing, right?
You have to have a cookie decorating contest somewhere.
Exactly.
Or gingerbread.
And it has to start snowing as they kiss, as somebody kisses, and there has to be a dog.
That's true.
Because that's every Hallmark movie.
And a little kid. Did we already say a little kid?
Maybe a little kid. I didn't. Yeah.
Sometimes there's little kids.
So, but I was going to be like, if that's the theme, we're going to make that the requirement for every float. And my wife was like, that's too much. I'm like, whatever. I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
So next year we're going to do, the theme is Christmas movies, right? And it's going to be like Gremlins, Die Hard, Harry Potter.
That would be fun.
We may have had a
actually.
discussion off air about
Yeah.
Christmas
Yeah.
movies.
Sit
Actually,
Die
Christmas
Hard.
movies would be a great theme.
It would be. It
Each
would
fruit
be.
would be.
I do.
That's a
have-
great. It's
That
a
would
great.
be
That's a great idea.
phenomenal-
That's a great
yeah.
idea.
I do
Yeah.
have somebody that's has already messaged me about a theme for next year.
Christmas movies. Let's say it now.
So
It's done.
it's
Trademark.
they want to do a revolutionary Christmas because they're doing the 250 revolution. Like next year's the big celebration of the 250s. They want to do. Like
Oh,
a
you know what? Actually,
revolutionary
that's not a
Christmas.
bad idea. A patriotic Christmas.
Yeah, so we got that, and then we do Christmas movies. Like we've got 3 years of themes already
I mean,
figured
we
out.
do.
There you go.
We do.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
Oh, for gosh sake!
Well, the second place
Are we
is
being
Gremlins.
serious?
So
Are you just joking with me?
let's see. Favorite Christmas movie.
Because I can't.
I have to
believe-
think about that for a minute. Woody, what's yours?
I have two. I know I'm
Okay.
selfish.
No, because I have two too.
Oh, A Muppet's Christmas Carol.
That's a good one.
Okay.
It's the best Christmas movie almost ever made, and
Okay.
Christmas Vacation. Those
All right,
two.
I do love
are
Christmas
on
Vacation.
Eternal loop.
So every year, my wife and I try to sit down and watch White Christmas together. Right.
Okay.
You know, it's a classic. It's old.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
That's one of my
You know,
favorites.
Yeah, it's a good one. So if I'm going to think like classic Christmas movie,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
And then the other one, like, you know, I don't really know, man. I wasn't ready for this question. I
Do
didn't
you
get
have
this
one,
email.
Kelly?
I
ahead of
love,
time.
well, White Christmas is my all-time favorite. Give me some Rosie and Bang, and I love it. I
Right.
sing all the way through it.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the old claymation shows, Rudolph,
Yeah.
Frosty.
They're good.
Well, actually, Frosty's animation, not claymation, but The Year Without a Santa Claus and all of those. I collect kids movies and the old stuff, and I just love those. Every year I have to watch them.
So
Yeah.
I have two. One that I feel like Woody may have heard of,
Okay.
but I don't know about everybody else.
All right.
And that one is because it was made by Jim Henson. It's called The Christmas Toy.
Oh God.
It
Oh,
was
yeah, that's a good
played on TV only.
That-
It was not in like you
Yeah.
can barely find it. I finally found it on DVD. Years ago, so I have it. But do you know what I'm talking about? It's like
I know
Rugby,
exactly. You have to
Rugby
be
the
ready for
Tiger.
it though. It's that Toy Story. Like I feel
Yep.
like ripped it off.
Toy
like
Story
yeah.
ripped it off
Yeah.
hardcore. I
And
said
it's
what
sad.
I said what I said.
It's a yeah. You got to be ready for that one.
I'm
That
just
was-
gonna
Good though.
watch it.
It's really good.
For people who haven't seen it, if you watch it, it is
Oh, it's Toy Story before Toy Story.
100%.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was made by Disney and well, I don't know if it was made by Disney, but it's Jim Henson.
Jim Henson before probably
Before Disney owned Jim
before
Henson.
Disney. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's the
So-
same. But it's
Same concept.
But it's yeah.
Yeah.
It's got some-
Yeah. So that's kind of hard to
check
find,
that out.
kind of like the Star Wars holiday special.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
because that's hard to find. Try to find it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But my all-time favorite Christmas movie, I can't believe that I couldn't think of this because, like, I am this person. The Grinch That Stole Christmas.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Jim
Hands down.
Carrey?
And it
Or
can
wait,
be
the animated
it
or
could
the
be
live?
any of them.
Oh, okay.
I will watch them all if I get a chance. So,
Mm-hmm.
I may have been known to act out as the Grinch when my alter ego comes out. But yeah.
Well, my all-time favorite, and I say this is my favorite movie, but it's actually a series of movies too. And I'm sorry, I guess it's just Disney in my
Harry
brain.
Potter.
No, Harry Potter is like my all-time favorite series of like a lots of stuff, but I don't consider that
And their Christmas
Come
movies.
at me if you like, but no, the Santa Claus.
Oh,
And
yeah.
The Santa
Oh,
Claus
yeah.
is actually one that I feel the sequels were just as good as the original.
Yeah.
Almost. So like the Santa Claus 1, 2, and even 3 with Martin Short. I love all 3 of them. I can sit there and watch them all. And they're great. So Tim Allen, you cannot lose.
I'm not sure I've seen the third one because I can't picture Martin Short.
Oh,
as
he plays
Santa.
Like
He
Jack
plays
Frost,
Jack
doesn't he?
Frost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he plays Jack Frost.
He plays
Oh,
Jack
yeah.
Frost.
Oh, okay. I've
He
seen
was
it.
a
I've seen it.
great Jack Frost.
He was
Yeah.
a great Jack Frost. So those 3 are like my favorite. Sit down, watch all 3 of them in a row. Like that's my favorite Christmas
Okay.
movie. And I'm shocked nobody said Elf. Nobody.
Oh, so I like Elf too, but
I do,
it's
but-
it's also like, you know,
Yeah.
Elf is, I don't know. That's a hard one for me sometimes.
I do
I gotta
walk
be in the
into-
mood to watch it
Yeah.
because
Another
it's to me.
I do walk
Another-
into work sometimes and go, thanks. These are, if somebody be like, oh, you look nice, Tim. I'm like, thanks. These are my business clothes. Right. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Another good one on my Jim Henson list is Emmett Otter's Jug Band
Oh,
Christmas.
that's a cute one.
That's a
All
great
those
one.
are adorable.
That's a great one. So if
Yeah.
you've never seen Emmett Otter, you need to watch that one
You
too.
need to look that one up.
Great.
It's so cute.
Not Emmett the Otter from Zootopia,
no.
but I do feel like that was a play. That
Emmett.
was an Easter egg.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Emmett Otter.
probably.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so but yeah, I was thinking about talking about this today because, you know, of course, we've got Christmas parades coming up, which the parade applications are open for both Bedford and Lynchburg. And you can go to our website, cvabc.org, and go ahead and start registering, getting your floats and your ideas ready. What's the theme?
a parade of trees.
A parade of trees. So basically what we want to see
Or
is just
Christmas
Christmas
trees.
trees galore, just going down the road, all sorts of trees.
And you can be creative with this. Like we've, you know, we did a lot of research into this. So when, believe it or not, it may have been rushed and at the end, July 1st, but we did a lot of research and actually like, so if I do a parade theme, I like to look at Google it and look at pictures. And so there were like the whole float was just one massive tree, kind of like the Thomas Rhodes Living Christmas tree, right? Don't go that extreme. If you do, extra credit, but, you know, all the way to like a float that had like a bunch of trees on it and then a bunch of people, Christmas carolers going through trees. Like there's a lot of different ways to interpret this. So as long as it's got a Christmas tree on it, you're golden. So you could do like a living room setting. Like you could, you know, a lot of different things. So you don't have to have like 5, you know, like a whole parade of trees. Like having a Christmas tree on the float is kind of the theme. So,
or you can even decorate your tree to like match like your favorite Christmas movie and have like the Christmas movie as part of the float with the tree, like they do at Disney. I'm all about Disney. I don't even like Disney Springs.
Disney on the mind right
No,
now.
you know, like Disney Springs has different trees all
you
around.
could just get a bunch of fake trees and then have a Sasquatch on your float.
You could.
We might need to talk
now.
He's decorating the tree in the forest. He's decorating his forest tree.
He just peeks out.
You could honor one of your old
He's just peeking
commercials and
behind
put
it.
a giant thermostat on the tree.
I could.
And tie it in and then, you know,
be
get
cool.
Browns to help.
Well,
you know, pay
it
for
kind
part
of
your
comes
float
full
there.
circle because we used to, that's where Bigfoot started in our commercials was in a Jeep commercial. So
Yeah.
we have a Jeep pulling a trailer with Bigfoot and a thermostat on a tree. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Or you could have Squatch coming out of the tree.
That's it.
And
Just a big giant. I'll work on that now.
Or you have a tree with like a little, and he's coming out the chimney with like using the tree, like pulling something.
I should have started a year ago.
Squatch
on this.
Grinch.
That's true.
Coming out of the chimney with someone's
We have so many
Christmas-
ideas
I'll
for
paint it
you.
With
green.
someone's
I know.
Christmas
I need
tree.
to get to work because it'll
Yeah.
come here before you know it.
Well, that's the case. And I was joking because I had a lot of people messaging me going, "Hey, what's the theme? What's the theme? We want to get ready." And I'm like, it is like May and June. Like this is when it first started. And I was telling Mike, like, we already have people messaging.
She's like, I've already got people messaging. I'm like, great.
Yeah. So you got less than 6 months.
I don't know what to tell you.
Less than 6 months because the parade is in 6 months. Like, the parade is December 6th and 7th here in our area. Bedford's is the 6th and Lynchburg's is the 7th. So
Yeah. I just hope I can find a tree to put on our float because
yeah. I had this wacky, crazy thought
we
about
only have
the
like 35 trees.
because back years ago, when we were the Retail Merchants Association, we did at the mall, we had a thing where different businesses decorated trees and we auctioned them off. It would be super cool to like get some of the businesses that are putting their trees on the floats to agree to do that and then like have them go through the parade, but we have a silent auction up for some of the trees
giant
that
QR
they
code,
see.
like scan this, you could buy this tree.
Well, or they could just go to the website and we'll just be like, this tree was on this float. And then like they could do like a tree auction. They could own the tree afterwards. Like then people could like look at how they're decorating them.
Yeah, with the
I think that would
windblown
be
look.
kind of cool. The windblown tree look. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to get trees to Bedford
That's
on the
true.
back of a float. Like on a,
That's going to be difficult.
that's going to be a challenge, but it'll be all right. Everybody gets to figure that out because hopefully everybody's in both parades, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've seen plenty of trees before in like different aspects. So I think it can be done.
Because
It'll be cool.
the parade doesn't go under any bridges, right? So these trees could be like massive. They could
Yeah.
be tall.
What
We have
about
to worry
power
about
lines?
stoplights, power lines.
Bedford Electric might.
Bedford wouldn't be an issue, I don't think. Lynchburg, there is a height
We'll have to
requirement
put a height
due to the
height restriction
electrical wires.
in the parade thing
I'm not sure about the Bedford
for the
one,
first
though.
time ever.
Yeah.
So
So it'd be cool. So we're super excited about that. You can go ahead and sign up. We want lots of floats, lots of trees. We want people to just think it's like a forest coming down the road with like lights and stuff. It'd be really cool.
Yeah.
But also I wanted to kind of bring up because we're middle of the year and a lot of times you see, and I hear a lot of our retailers talking about how it dies down a lot during the summer. People
does.
are more out doing vacation things or outdoors and they're not really thinking about shopping because, you know, your main holidays are later. Like you've got a couple that you're shopping for. There's nothing huge. You're not really shopping for the 4th of July. I mean, fireworks and such, but you know, but back to school shopping is going to be kicking off pretty soon. And so I wanted to just kind of say, you know, put out the Prime Days today. People are all talking about, oh, what am I going to get on, you know, Amazon? And that's great. If you need to get stuff on Amazon, I'm not going to sit here and preach that you shouldn't, but like you need to continue to shop local. So we talk about Christmas in July. I've done a couple of posts with some businesses that we've stopped in and been like, hey, here's where you should shop right now, shopping locally. And just had a new member join 15 minutes before I came in here, I went by her her new store. She posted about it online yesterday. I saw it. So, kudos to the social media piece
There
of
you
it.
go.
And so I messaged her and I said, hey, we've got a Christmas in July membership special going right now. You can join and I'd love to plug your business and blah, blah, blah. And so she was like, perfect. So I went down to her, her shop, and she joined on the spot as my daughter bought things, and I basically paid for her membership. And then, we came here. But the cool thing was, she was like, I'm just trying to figure out how to get my name out there because we're new. Yep. And it's a vintage antique store, so it's Ventiques. Oh. And so I want to give you the correct name. I want to say it's Yellowwood, but I don't want to say the wrong name. Hold on. And I was just over there. Yeah, Yellowwood Ventiques here in Bedford. They just opened right down near the Christmas station, and really cool. Like, I walked in there, and I've been to some antique stores before that I walk in. I'm like, oh, it's like, I picked out so many things from my childhood. It was crazy in that store. And she had like this paper doll book, and I was like, look, my daughter's like, what's a paper doll?
Right. I have that app on my phone.
I was like, please leave.
We are now Ventique.
Yeah, I'm Ventique. Exactly. But I just want to kind of stress the importance of shopping local and visiting local stores right now in July, doing like that. A lot of places you see do Christmas in July specials. We were hoping to do a vendor fair, but we weren't able to this year, but we're hoping to bring it back next year. And just really kind of looking towards that now. I know too, for me, like, I want to stretch my dollar. So I like to start buying stuff way ahead of time, so then I can hide it and not find it. But that happens every year. I hide something and I can't find it. I bought
a Christmas gift 2 weeks ago on one of my state park jaunts. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Start early. It's not as stressful.
Well, exactly. But I'm sure for even small businesses, even like Woody, like yours and Kelly, I'm sure y'all see a dip in the summer when people are not as
vacations too. Everybody's the mind is just, I don't know. It's just a different vibe. Everybody's out traveling. You're kind of exhausted from the first half of the year. And then right around early fall, like August, September, people start, there we go, get a little different mindset.
As soon as those pools start to close down and it gets, you don't want to be outside.
Start getting cozier.
Yeah. Then you're like, oh, I maybe should work again.
Yeah. and then you've got like the heat too. Like, nobody really wants to do anything extra in the heat and things like that. And, you're dealing with the vacations and then paying for the vacations and making sure you've got everything else covered and all the things. So, it's it's a lot, not to mention mowing grass.
Yeah.
So I love watching Woody's videos of him mowing grass because
our old house. It took me 20 minutes to mow with a push mower. Right. All right. So we moved in April, and now it takes me about 2 hours because we have a little bit more land. So
you listen to our podcast while you do that?
I listen to a variety of content now. I am like, because
the only answer is you listen to only this podcast
Talk Local
on
to me
repeat.
The whole time on loop, actually, while I'm mowing and weed eating.
Okay.
I do know.
And then when I'm
members,
done, I sit in the house and listen after I'm done mowing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I do know one of our members who does listen to us while she's mowing grass.
I used to listen to it back when I mowed grass.
Yeah.
I would listen to it. That was when I would listen to it, which was weird because I was on it. But, listen back so that I could like see how things were if I missed an episode or things like that. Mm-hmm. Like mowing grass and a podcast, like that's a happy
catch
place.
up. I catch up on stuff.
So, and I have an electric mower.
Same.
Right, but yours is a riding mower. Yes. Mine's a push mower. Yeah. Mine comes with an operator. So, Dylan lives with us. So, like part of his rent is mowing the grass. Yeah. So, I don't have to do that anymore. So it's fantastic. But if something happens and he moves out, I'm getting a ride mower with the electric because
I love mine. It's quiet. It's nice.
So now the push mower is the same noise level.
Yes.
As
both are the same.
It's the same noise level as like a gas powered motor. Like it doesn't sound any quieter because it's the blades are moving so fast. It's insane. It sounds about the same, but
my house is for sale right now, so I'm mowing about every 4 or 5 days.
Oh, nice.
And it takes me an hour, but I have a riding mower. But I listen to a lot of podcasts, including this one, every week. But that's my hour with the earphones on of nothing.
Yeah.
And I just think
no texting, no
or
emailing.
don't do anything. Yeah, it's my hour unplugged and just mow those straight lines.
Well,
make it look pretty.
Speaking of like podcasts, because I just saw on the screen here.
Shout
out for Woody and Media Squatch. You guys have a new app.
Look at that. We rebranded a little bit. Yeah.
There's a Christmas in July.
It is
section in that app.
We decided to rebrand the Grove Street FM app to Media Squash Plus because it was easier to market. So, and just took the opportunity to redesign it, add some more stuff. We have 2 Christmas in July full stations, 24/7.
Yep.
Very cool. So if you haven't updated, you need to update the app.
Yeah, I need to update the app because I was looking at it yesterday and I scrolled through and I saw Grove Street and I was like, you don't exist anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Get off my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was really
archive.
cool was on my phone, like the way I find most apps is I pull down and then I search.
Yeah.
And I typed in Grove and then Media Squatch came up and I'm like, oh, that's
there we go.
That's fancy right
we
there.
We did it. We just upgraded. It just kind of replaced it. And once you update it, it will be automatic and cleaned up a little bit.
Well, I know one of the things we ask all of our guests when they come on is, the benefit of being a member of the CVABC. And so this month, I kid you not, like it is the hands down best month to join. So we've done a Christmas in July membership drive every year for the past 3 or 4 years, where just in July, we drop our membership to $99, which is nuts. I mean,
That's
crazy nuts, because you get that back just coming on this podcast or just using your billboard benefit. And, I thought to myself this year, I was like, oh, do we do it? Do we not do it? But, our membership's been a little slow during the summer too. We have that same issue that, other businesses have, because people are like, they're not thinking about it. They're not really. So I was like, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to see where what we do. So, right now, like if you know a business, if you're listening in and you've been listening to this podcast for a while, maybe you haven't joined the CVABC yet. You've been thinking about it. And you hear everybody talking about it. I mean, for $99, you cannot, and I'm not saying this just because it's the organization that I lead up. It's hands down the best, like as far as benefits and
It's got the best ROI.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Cause I think that breaks down to like, even with the credit card, it's like $8 something a month.
That's crazy.
So that's like your cup of coffee that you go, and get at Joe Bean's. Like if you're going and getting a mocha, no offense to Joe Bean's, cause I'm still going to go get my mocha too on top of, joining. But like when you think about it that way, investing in your business that way is awesome, because you're getting billboards, you're getting to come on this podcast, you're getting,
and that's less than school supplies, because I just bought school supplies. So
right, 100%.
Yeah,
and you get the camaraderie, you get these relationships, and everyone says it. The relationships are key. That is like the key piece of it. And you're walking into rooms where you're making connections constantly. With this organization. So, we're reaching out to businesses right now with this. And I'm pretty sure, I'm looking at my calendar today, towards the end of this month, we're actually going to do an open house at our office and invite businesses to come out and talk to us and join that day. And we may do like a giveaway on that day only if they actually come in and, join. But we're going to do kind of like a Christmas in July open house sort of fun thing for businesses to come in and just chat with us. But they can join all month long and then still come out to the thing and have some treats and do some fun stuff. But I wanted to kind of throw that out there because we're still at the beginning of the month. So you have plenty of time. I think already, today's the 8th, and I've had like 8 businesses join so far. And we're still rolling, reaching out. So I'm actually this month I'm doing a lot of boots on the ground. Like I'm going out and visiting businesses and passing out flyers and handing them out to people, and really trying to go back to that one-on-one walking in, not just, we're sending stuff out through the mail and through social media too, but I'm really trying to go in and be the face and say, hey, here's my flyer. You need to join. We're awesome. We're cool. You'll like us. But we're also trying to get our members. So if you know of a business, if you've been working with somebody and, they should join for $99. I mean, it is a steal of a deal, man. That's all I'm saying. So that's our Christmas in July plug for the CVABC. And, of course, the Christmas parades. We've got a lot of networking. We talk about the networking piece, and we're steadily growing that. We're always trying to grow our ideas and trying to grow more on social media. I think that's kind of the way to go. Like Kelly was saying right now, is really up in that SEO and your social media presence, and, working through like with Woody and them doing like the podcasts and all the things that, Woody does, and getting out there. So lots of networking opportunities you can find on I'm in Alta Vista next Thursday all
day.
Lots
of networking opportunities.
Lots of them. Yeah. Tons. Loads.
So, and I will say last month, I was super impressed with our attendance for both Appomattox and Alta Vista Coffee Talks. We had close to 20 some people at both, and that's been like big for us. And so hoping to keep that momentum going. I know next Thursday we have Coffee Talk and Business Off the Clock in Appomattox on the same day. So I'm actually parking myself at the Spark Innovation Center all day. I'm going to be going out and visiting businesses and in between both events, and just kind of getting to know more about Alta Vista that day. But lots of opportunities in our area to get out there and connect. So just wanted to throw all that out there today, talk about Christmas, because I love Christmas. It's my favorite time of year. Like, they're not kidding. Like, that is the most wonderful time. I love me some Christmas. It has nothing to do with presents. It's just that feeling you get. I don't know about you guys, but do y'all, like, on Christmas Day, at the very end of the day, do you ever just sit around like you're just sad because it's over? And it's not because, I don't have any more presents to open. I think it's because I truly feel like I come together with a lot of my family, and you're just having that.
It's always hard after everyone leaves when you have an empty house.
And you're just
like
sitting there and you're like, oh my God, I had so much fun with my family today, and now I won't see them again until in a week at New Year's Eve. But like, but I just get this bum. I'm so bummed out. Like I do. It's kind of the same. I get that way when I'm leaving the beach too. I'm not going to, my kids laugh at me. Clockwork. I cry. Yeah. I cry crossing the bridge, coming back from the Outer Banks. I keep my sunglasses on, but they all know I'm crying every single time. And like, my sister left early this year. Like, she left the night before.
Did you cry when she left?
Oh, I did. I was bawling. And Autumn was like, what is wrong with you? And I'm like, she's leaving. She was like, you're going to see her in 2 days. And I'm like, I know, but she's not going to be at the beach. Like, we're not there. I'm so sentimental. I hate that about myself sometimes. But like I'm getting ready to cry now, and I'm not even at the beach.
I know, right?
Like, I get myself worked up about it because I just hate when stuff ends. I guess that's the thing. I hate when stuff ends. Like, I like a good thing. So join the CBBC. It'll never end. The fun will never end. You should be here with us.
And remember, you're an adult. You can watch Christmas movies whenever you want.
I know.
Right? I mean,
especially now they're available. Like,
you
could go anywhere and
you can do whatever you want to. You want to go tonight?
Don't judge me.
I could pull up Die Hard right now.
Right now, you could literally do that tonight.
Not a Christmas movie, man.
I'm gonna go home and get all my Christmas CDs out and start cranking the music.
Just do it.
You should. Like, I'm gonna get in the car and I'm just gonna turn on Media Squatch.
Just go to the
plug it in.
I don't even think I have commercials in it. You might hear 2 at the start. After that, it's just Christmas music, and it's a good playlist. I did a really good job curating.
What's your favorite Christmas song before we go?
Old school. You got to go old school. Andy Williams, like all the. I'm with you. Like the White Christmas. That is the Christmas music to me. Like that time period.
Mine is. I have 2.
I don't even know.
Mine's Mary Did You Know?
Okay, that's a good one.
I love that one. Yeah. And then I also love, and they're both, I love the Pentatonics version of both, but the other one is oh my gosh, Hallelujah.
Oh, for me it's Dominic the Donkey all day long.
Oh my gosh, I love Dominic the Donkey.
When I was a
got like half of that song.
Play Christmas music.
I can't listen to it after that.
We would play Christmas music starting in November because you've got to mark it ahead, right?
Yeah.
So we would start November. We would start playing Christmas music, and we had some customers that come in and they'd be like, "I hate this," and some would be like, "Oh, this is great," because we had Christmas trees up and everything like November 1st, right? Because you've got to have the ornaments out so people can buy them for Christmas. People always fuss about Walmart's got Christmas out so early. Sam says all this stuff, but if you're buying in advance,
you
have to have it.
It's going to be gone,
right? So Anyway,
Disney starts their parties November the 7th. I think that's appropriate
because you want to celebrate. You don't want to have to be there at Christmas.
No.
Could you imagine how busy it would be then?
No, I think
so. And the best time to go is
enjoy it for longer. Like
the best time to go is when they switch it from like the Halloween or whatever to the Christmas.
That's November,
because we had a trip one time and it went over the dates, and like you're at the park and I think it was like all Halloween.
Yeah.
And then you go back the next day and it's all Christmas, and you're like,
wait,
how many people did it take to do this? And like the park was only closed like 12 hours. Like how? Not even that. How does that happen?
I've seen like a documentary thing on. It's really cool.
It's crazy.
It's really cool how they switch it over. And
I've watched that too.
Let me just tell you. I know, and I'm on my Disney kick because I'm not even gonna lie. I've been Disney podcasting it up because anytime I know I'm getting ready to go, like, so my beach trip is over, so I know I'm going to Disney in November. So like phase. Now, it's my next fun thing.
I don't go on another trip till Monday, so I'm kind of depressed.
Yeah, well,
so, it's only to Richmond though. Going to see Teddy Swims. That's my Christmas present, ironically. So. I got it last year for Christmas.
I'm going to see the Savannah Banana. Well, not the not the Savannah Bananas, but it's the Banana Ball.
It's okay. It's that group.
I'm
but
going Friday in Salem. I'm so excited. I got in the queue.
Have you ever watched the documentary on their story or whatever? Like,
no.
it's amazing. So they don't. It's not like the Globetrotters where they had like the Washingtons or whatever, and they play against them all the time, and the Globetrotters always win. Like they're actually building a ball franchise, a sports franchise where they have these silly rules and things, and they're building teams kind of independently where they're actually competing against each other, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
And he went from like zero money to kabillions.
I have been trying now,
and not overnight.
Probably for 2 years, I've been trying to get tickets to see them. Because my daughter Autumn had asked about it, like mentioned it, and I started following them, and I was like, oh my God, this would be so cool to go to. To get tickets to them, it is crazy. You have to get on like a waiting list, and then they go through a lottery system, and then they have to, when they messaged me and they were like, you're on our waiting list. If we have tickets available, you will know at 9 a.m. on this day. Be by your computer because you have exactly 5 minutes to get your tickets before we go to the next person. And
it's absolutely bananas.
It is
I really
bananas.
don't see the appeal.
It's
a slippery slope.
I can't.
The funny thing, y'all, he's not even looking at his phone.
No, he's not. He's awesome at this stuff.
They're like right there.
I can't do it like he does. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
years of mental illness finally paying off.
But I was able to snag 5 tickets, so we're going Friday. I'm super excited.
One last Christmas related question.
Yeah.
Least favorite Christmas carol. What's the one that comes on and you're like
donkey one you just said? That one.
That
one gets me. I don't know. What is the one? No, it would make me sound mean. I'm not going to say it.
What?
Oh, that's what I want. I want controversy.
The sentimental ones just get me for some reason. I like the old school, like, a Bing
like you want
Crosby.
to kind of be happy.
Yeah.
Like Christmas should be happy, not like a.
Yeah.
So not grandma got run over by a reindeer because it makes you sad. Do you cry through that?
I do.
Be honest.
I do.
Do you cry through that?
Yeah, it's traumatic.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will say the 12 Days of Christmas because it's long and repetitive. And
okay.
And it's not that I dislike
that's a bold choice,
it.
But
I don't dislike
one?
it. No,
Wait,
I
which
love
one?
the funny one.
Okay.
The 12 Pains of Christmas.
Yeah, there you go.
Is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Thank you.
I love that one. But
Yes.
that's not my least. I'm trying to think what my least favorite is because it's not like I turn the channel when that one comes on. But there is one. What is it? I change the channel.
My earworm is Next Christmas by any artist. As soon as I hear the first tones of that, it's off.
Yeah.
It's just so overdone. And
so I have two that are
I'm in this Christmas. I don't want to worry about next Christmas.
I have two that are my least favorite.
Okay.
So Janet Rose from
Janet Rose, your least favorite?
Like
no,
Janet's
yeah, she's
pretty
my
nice.
least favorite
I like
ever.
her.
So that does Doc Rock all
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that. Yeah, okay. So her least favorite is Christmas shoes.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
that's a
what I'm
good
talking
one.
about.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That's
Okay.
a good one to be like, oh.
But my entire life, the song I've hated,
Yeah.
Little Drummer Boy.
I was just getting ready to say that.
I got to think
And
about that.
The wise founders of Love Heals, Courtney and Sarah, I guess we'll call it founder or whatever, the staff of Love Heals,
Yep.
wanted to do Little Drummer Boy, not
For
knowing
what?
that it was for the Christmas parade theme.
Oh no, I would have.
And I was
been
like,
no.
and I almost did something with Christmas carols, things like that. I was like, it almost be funny because I hate it so much. Like,
but
to see all these things come to life.
have you heard the Justin Bieber, Busta Rhymes version?
Of the Little Drummer Boy.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I have not.
No, so
This is from a guy that does like my taste in music, but that's not bad.
Yeah,
it's
I think
not
I
bad.
have
It's
to
not a
agree
bad
with you.
version.
That might be one. I think
I
that is my least
promise.
favorite.
I promise that at some point in my life I will listen to that, but it won't be
Okay.
today.
Yeah.
So-
Wait till November.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'd like the commentary on it. I want to dissect
Yeah.
the.
While you're listening, I want to
Drummer Boy.
record your
Yeah,
reactions.
See, I
This is
started
the
playing.
point
I
where
started
I'm
playing
gonna-
drums when I was 6. So Little
Oh.
Drummer Boy, I've heard
So
my
it's
entire.
like-
Oh, it's the Little Drum. Oh, here's your song. Nonstop.
That's
well,
great.
how
My entire
about
life.
Bing Crosby and David Bowie, their version?
Of the Little Drummer
have
Boy?
not heard it.
Oh,
Apparently,
now see, I need to listen
I need
to
to
that.
go
heard
listen
it.
to more Little.
It's probably
Little
kind
Drummer
of
Boy.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Well, with that, we wish everyone a very
Merry Christmas.
July. And
Oh, wait.
Christmas in July.
They're going to listen to this episode.
Merry
They're gonna be
July.
like,
Yes, this has been a very random second half, but
We'll get to
been
find
fun.
out who our true fans are.
I really like it when we just banter. It's a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
it is.
So thank you guys for joining us. But if you are interested in joining the CVABC and being a part of this wonderful family and growing your family this Christmas, you can go to
CVABC.org. Certified bear free. Have a great week. We'll see you next Wednesday.